So hey, what's up guys? Welcome to my channel, and today in this video we are going to look at the use poll feature of Inertiajs, which allows us to have a almost real-time kind of a feel to our dashboards or to any page for that matter without the entire setup of a socket server. So how does that work? Well, this is something which is very common. You must have done it with some kind of timeouts where you poll your server after certain intervals, and in a way, it's not a very difficult thing to do. But the challenges come when you are going into the details. For example, you need to do throttling. You need to understand that every time you make a request, you need to have you need to cache certain things and stuff. And in here, the polling feature does come in handy. It allows you to throttle. It allows you to have a way where you can stop it very easily, and many other stuff, which in a way gives you the entire solution. So now let me kind of reset my code back to the previous one, where right now if I create an order, okay, we are at 16, it will not update. And if I refresh now, yes, it does. So we don't have the live reload feature in here per se. But how do we get that? So let me go to my file, which is, by the way, this is a sample code or application that I have. If you want to check that out, you can go and visit this repository. You will see the entire code base. It's a Inertia Vue.js based application built on top of Laravel. So yes, you can refer to this code. Okay. Now I have this home page. I'll go to my home/index view. Okay, and there's a lot of things happening. These are my stat cards, 1, 2, 3. These are the top 3 cards that I'm looking at. And I have a new orders and new customers thing. Now, I don't know how to reload this graph. So right now I am not going to show you automatically, the graphs expanding or changing their thing. This is something which I may do in a subsequent video. I haven't figured that out yet. But the numbers definitely update, so I'll show you how that things happen. Okay, so can you see I have something called as use poll. Okay, this is the main function from Inertiajs which allows you to get that. I have set this to a very high number right now. Let me do it as 2000, which will mean that the poll function will run after every 2 seconds. Okay, and anything which is in your props, right? I did this intentionally so that you understand that if you do use page and pull some data points, it will not work. However, if you pull it from props, what happens is the page kind of gets the data back, and props are the data points which update. So by that, what I mean is, see, I'll go to my home controller, and you will see I am sending quite a few data points to this page as props to inertia. Okay, this would even make things clear. I go to my layout, I expand it. This is my index page. Can you see there are attributes and there are props? So what has happened is I haven't taken all of these things as props. Some of them are attributes, and hence they will not live reload per se when the poll things happen, but the order count will. Okay, I'm just trying to think of a way where, okay, yeah, I think I have that bug in my code, so you will understand. I'll go to my home index. Yeah, total orders right now is props.order count. What I'm saying is get that through the props. Now I will use it like this. Okay, come over here, refresh, nothing changes. But if I just really make this a small one so that we can check this. Okay, so now I hit enter and it updates. Whereas this one, which is new orders, will not update. Why? Let's see. New orders. You can see it says props.order count. If I do it as order counts, which is coming from the props, it will work. And can you see it? It has already updated, but just for the sake of things, come on. This is not moving. Yeah. Okay. So I hit enter and you can see it changed from 21 to 22. So this is the beauty of the polling feature. Let's go to the document as well because you need to understand a few more things. Yeah. So inside polling, we saw how we can use poll. If you want to do certain things when the poll starts and when the poll ends, you can do that. So if you like, if I add this thing inside my poll function, right? And if I now go to my console, hit refresh, clear things out. Poll request started, poll request finished. Yes, these are some errors which I need to fix, but you can see that you are getting those logs, which means you can perform certain actions in these two states of that particular poll behavior, right? So that is something which you can hook into. Now, what is next that we have in here? Yes, this one is a pretty useful feature as well, where let's just say you don't want the poll feature to be enabled by default. You don't see that as a use case. In that situation, what you can do is obviously I'll just you know yeah, do this, and so we get basically a start and stop function. Okay, and with that basically okay, that's too many basically. So with this start and stop functions, what we can do is on click of a button we can literally turn on the poll feature and then again turn off the poll feature. That's what is happening here. If you see, okay, I have these two buttons. I'll just place it somewhere right now. I think it should come up somewhere on the right hand side. Yeah. Okay, so if I can I close this again? Yeah. Okay, so yeah, if I run a test order right now, 1 2 3, doesn't update, right? Now what I will do is click on start. First of all, it should update in a second because yes, it polled and it found new numbers. After that, if I again hit that button, can you see it went from 23 to 27? So that update is now live. That functionality is kicking in. It got to 28, 32. Now if I stop that poll function again, 1 2 3 4 5, doesn't work, right? So we have disabled the poll function. So with this function, you are able to enable, disable the feature. And now, as you can see, this number is not updating, but if I do start poll, I'm on 40 again. So it has synced back with the server. And this is what will help you create a nice little thing, and I would say, kind of control the performance and the UX for the users. Okay, and these are pretty handy features, to be very honest. And one thing which I would like you to understand is when you have the poll feature. Okay, as you can see, okay, I can show you this thing maybe using a simple log on the home page. Yes, I can do that. So logger. Now Okay. To format maybe. Yes. Right, and I open my log file and no, keep memory changes. Okay. Wow, what is happening? Hmm. So what I'm trying to do over here is basically load file system changes. Yeah. Can you see this is coming up? So we have 43, and if I open the console or maybe the network tab, I do start polling. Okay, this is going on, and now what I will do is I'll go to this tab. Let's wait for some time because we have a 2-second polling that has started, right? And with that, let me get back here, and now let's get back to the log. So now if you see the log, I have something till 2519, and then I directly have 32. So before that it was pretty consistent, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Everything was working fine, but then suddenly I have 19 and then straight away 32. So there's a gap. Why is this happening? So as I told you, the poll feature does implement a throttling feature to it. And if you go to the documentation, it says that by default, the poll helper will throttle requests by 90% when the browser tab is in background. Okay, so in background basically means right now my browser tab is not in focus, and so all the requests are 90% reduced. And that's the beauty of this throttling feature. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's what I wanted to cover in this video in terms of the polling feature of Inertiajs. I hope you like the feature, and you're already thinking in your brain what are the different situations where you can use this. Yeah, I would be very interested to know how you use it. I mean, the use cases are pretty standard, but yes, share with me what you feel this can help you with. How are you using it? Whether you like it or not, any kind of feedback that you have. And yeah, if you like this video, then do click on the thumbs up icon and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.